right, I want to welcome everyone to the family tree. Put your hands together, family.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's looking good. I hope everyone is feeling good and that your families are all doing well. Here we go through another, episode that we say of the family tree of coming together. The time when you can talk about the good things that are going on and how you can do better with your food, with your health, your environment, and things that are around you, but also in these troubling times. Of course, we're still in a pandemic, so it's good to get together as a family, right?
That's right.
So we're gonna get started this evening, and without further ado, I want to give a shout out to our host with the most. That's Bill 1L Morgan. Let's give him a hand there.
That's what's up.
Big
That's
B.
what's up. Loving it. Yes, indeed. Yo, man. Good day.
And Big
good day
B,
today.
tell us what's going on in the world, man, because there's a lot going on right now.
Hey, look,
Still,
it was cold as humps over here today, boy. See, out here in the country, Dr. Paul, out here in the country, they say over there in Philly, where they say, well, it's about 58. Man, it's about 34 over here. And then I hear these sticks. So y'all just got to pray for the brother while I'm over here trying to handle these sticks.
I hear you.
My neighbors over here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's, we're all at that time when you don't know when to turn the heat on or not.
Yeah, that's true.
It gets warm during the day, but during the evenings and also during the first thing in the morning, it's a little chilly outside.
Yes,
so
sir.
put your jackets on, family. This is the time when people catch pneumonia. More than ever is right now.
Yeah,
so make
very
sure
true.
you have that extra little jacket on, carry one in the car. Sometimes you never know when you're going to need it, all right?
That's right.
Okay,
That's
Big B, tell us what's going on in the world, buddy.
Yeah, well, besides being cold, we get. Look, man. Hey, guys, coming from our very, very favorite website. Going to get you started off, give you a good mental health moment right off the bat. Quick facts. As of 3 minutes ago, guys, total confirmed cases, 248,706,832. All right. Total critical cases, we're looking at 73,947. Total deceased, 5,035,578. All right. Our total active cases right now, 24,924,536. Total recovered cases. Here we go. Total recovered, 223,630,486. Guys.
Wow. That's a
what's
lot
happening.
of folks, man. Say that
right.
one more time, Big B, so everybody can hear you. How many people were recovered?
Total recovered cases, 223,630,486.
Wow. That's a hand clap right there.
I shared that with one of my colleagues today, and she said, what? They never talk about that. I said, that's why you need to be listening to the family tree.
Yeah.
To take it right straight there, right?
Absolutely. That's why we celebrate you.
That's right. Yes, indeed.
There's folks on this very call right now that have gone through COVID. They've been maybe, you've been diagnosed with it, and then you said, what am I going to do? Because, you have now that mind thing saying, oh, man, the understanding of life itself starts to come into play. You start contemplating life and things that, what happens if this thing gets worse. So now that you come through it, you need to share somebody what you did to continue to keep yourself in one point.
Yes.
So whether it's exercise, whether it's eating right, I'm sure everyone on this call has at some point in time, you did something and you've learned a lot from this whole pandemic.
Yes, sir.
Because it has affected us all. We've all maybe have lost someone, or if someone has lost someone. So this thing is treacherous. And then it just goes back to say, clean your blood. And that's why we always talk about feed the body corrects itself 11 times faster. All right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to get started, and we're going to start taking questions. This is the Family Tree. And again, we want to welcome you if you're joining us for the very first time. This is the time when you get a chance to talk to, just share your information. This is the ancient concept, of sharing with the family. And with we gather around the tree. Y'all like gathering around the tree? Some of y'all love hugging the tree, too. Big B, I saw you hugging the tree the other day.
I told my daughter about hugging the tree. She looked at me like I was off my rocker. I said, girl, you better go hug the tree out there. You get acting crazy, so hug the tree.
Yeah, hug the tree.
Listen, one thing, before we get started, Dr. Paul, remember we talked about, I guess a couple of weeks ago, after getting my letter in and all that kind of stuff to get the get the exemption on. And
Hold
whatever,
that thought. Hold that thought. We're gonna
Okay.
come back to that. That's a
Okay,
good
all right.
one, Big B.
Because I'm all excited about
yes,
that.
I'm gonna let you talk about that because that's a
Okay,
good
that's
point. I
cool,
want you to
that's cool.
share that with the family.
All right,
so I
you
want to
got it.
finish this introduction as we bring those folks that are finally coming in for the very first time. If you
Right.
want to share, you want to get on screen and you have a question or concern today, and you want to, if you reach down to your reactions section bar at the very bottom, click on and raise your hand. We'll try to get to you. If we don't have it on there, we can't get you in on there. Also, you can chime in on the chat box. You can put your question in the chat box if you choose not to get on with us today. Or if you're by phone and we cannot see you, of course, you want just make it to us known that you are on the phone, and we'll try to get you a question. All right. And Big B, you will also grab some of the questions, and if we can't get to everyone, because we can't get to everyone, how much we do try to.
I'm telling you, man, no matter what.
We'll try to get to as many questions. If we don't have the answer, we'll try to get the answer for you.
Yes.
All right, family? So, Big B, start us off, man.
Hey,
Tell us
first of all,
what's going on with your
hey,
testimony.
listen,
He's starting off with a testimony.
Man, first of all, Santina's trying to make us feel bad. She says 82 down there in Florida. Well, I still too bad.
Who's in Florida now?
That's Santina. She's down there in Florida.
Santina?
82 degrees
Okay.
down there today.
All right.
She clapping her hand and grinning and all that good stuff.
I got you.
That's all right. We love you anyway.
Yes.
Listen, what I was
yes.
about to say, Dr. Paul, is that, you know what? After getting my letter in for exemption and whatever, right, then they came back to me, of course, like you said. They were going to present me with another form that I had to fill out and all that kind of stuff, right? And then they offered an option of, having the with a swab, okay? Not the one up the nose.
Right.
It's just on the inside of the nose right here.
Inside of the nostrils. Yeah,
Just
that's
inside
correct.
of the nostril. I can't think of the name of what it was called, but
It's a nostril swab.
just a nostril swab. Well, guys, guess what? And talking with my dear friend here, he mentioned the fact that, you know what, if you get yourself some thieves oil and just a spritzer, see this? And you about a half an hour before you go in to have your nose swab, you spritz your throat, and then up the nose, just one in either side. Let it settle. Guess what? Got my of course my reading back today, my report, negative, guys.
All right, Big B.
That's what's
all
up.
All right. Your
And
first
what it
test?
is, it's a way of combating any nasty bugs that's inside the body, it's up the nose, all that kind of stuff.
Thieves oil can be used for the internal. Some people don't know that, but you can use that internal. You remember that was the whole concept of the thieves that were stealing in the Black Death or the bubonic plague. They use it internally. So sometimes it may burn a little bit. That's the cinnamon. If you don't like it, you can create the formula without putting as much cinnamon in it, and that's what actually. Or if you can just take it. It's good for spraying the carts. Or you're out and about, hands. Clothes, things like that, and it definitely keeps that in check. All right, Big B, that's a good thing, man.
Yeah, man.
What was in the bottle? You said thieves oil, and what was in the other bottle?
It's the same thing.
Thieves oil.
I took the
both
thieves
of
oil
them. Okay.
that was in this bottle. I made two of these, right?
Oh,
Right.
all right.
And I made two, and then I took one, the second one, and poured half of the other in this bottle.
And everybody got the thieves oil formula, right? Just make sure you can make it yourself. You can go grab the oils. If you need to, go to the website, drpaulherbs.com, go to downloads, and where it says Dr. Paul's Ultimate Herbal List. That's what you want to look for. And then you can pull down at the very bottom, it'll give thieves oil formula. And it'll tell you the 5 different herbs that we use. And that's for clove bud, lemon balm, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. That's your combination. That's an old formula. And it has worked, and it actually changed history. How about that? If you think it changed history once, you think it'll change it again? Absolutely.
No, that's right. Let's say a living, breathing example.
All right, Big B, we got any questions?
I have one question.
Okay, go ahead, Cynthia.
With that formula, you say lemon balm, or is it? A lot of times you just see the lemon oil. But you need lemon balm.
You can, if you can get lemon balm or lemon oil, either one. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks.
All right. All right, let's see. Let's start off, Big B. You got questions over there? Let's see if we can bring someone over. Anything on the chat box? I always trying to reach out to the chat box first if there's anyone.
Terry says, my doctor wants to put me on Losartan, 50 milligrams for high blood pressure. What herb can I take so that I don't have to take Losartan?
Yeah, blood pressure. Yeah. So, the question I would ask is, what is the numbers? The first thing is going back to a healthier lifestyle. What's causing blood pressure? There's multiple things. I've always given those 3 things that I tell folks. There's usually 3 major things that are causing high blood pressure, or actually 4. One is the endothelial, which is the vessels in the arteries and veins. Got it? And when they don't push, that's what the vessels do. They're actually the vessels, and they push. And they push all the way through to get the blood through the body. But when they start to slow down, that's when we know there's some clotting issues going on. Okay? Number 2 would be plaque buildup. Okay? Plaque buildup in the arteries and veins happens a lot because that's dealing with oils. Usually the liver, we look for the liver on that one because a lot of times people are having a lot of the canola oil, refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils, things like that are clotting up the plaque and building up plaque or triglycerides that build up inside the arteries and veins. That's number 2. Number 3 can also be, believe it or not, spinal misalignments. That means structural issues. Your back's out of alignment. A lot of people don't know, but it's the T2 and the T5. I've said that many times. T2, thoracic 2, thoracic 5. Those are the 2 right there in the middle of the chest, sort of right here. If you're looking at me right here, it's right here, but in your back. Got it? And from that's where we have the biggest problems, right there. And when that's happening in the back, usually the misalignment. So our structural issue is number 3. Number 4 would be stress, period. Just stress. You got to relax. Decompression time. Relaxation, starting to lower the pressure has a lot to do with just letting stuff go, y'all. You got to let stuff go. That's it. You can't hold on to stuff. And learning to decompress means not to hold on to stuff, but also knowing how to get into that decompression mode. 1 hour a day is what I say. 1 hour a day. So 1 hour a day, just go and do absolutely nothing. That means that's your time. You deserve an hour. Don't y'all believe y'all deserve an hour? Do y'all deserve an hour? Is this thing working? Is this thing working?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Do y'all deserve an hour a day after all of the stuff that get on your nerves? You got it?
More than an hour.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all talking about last people get on your last African American Cherokee, Nebo,
all that good stuff.
Get on your mind, and then you say, "Man, I got to do something." Get into that zone. You got to find out what are your triggers to get you in this mode called parasympathetic. Parasympathetic. Parasympathetic is the relaxation mode. That's the female principle. Relaxation. Treat yourself. Get yourself in that, whether it's music, whether it's Himalayan salt bath, the aromatherapies, whatever it is, get into that zone. Right. So 1 hour a day is what I do. I'd say, hey, take a walk. If you got to take a walk, take a walk. Also music. Music is a big one. That's one that I use all the time. Music always takes me into another zone. It also calms me down, but your choice of music that you like.
Yeah.
There are plenty of online, like on YouTube, you can go on and just listen to guided, what they call guided walks or guided scenery that you basically walk you through the process of breathing. You know how many people are not breathing right? I'm telling you. We got a lot of folks that are not breathing right. And that's where it starts right there. A lot of blood pressure. Let me add that to number 5. That one would be breathing. Breathing from the belly, right? Not from the chest. When you take a deep breath, everybody take a deep breath. All right, no chest building up, right? Nothing up here. Everything is down here, right? Build in, and then blow out. You blow out through what's called pursed lips, like you're blowing out of a straw. Got it? Blow it out. Carbon dioxide is waste. Get that stuff out of you. That's what's causing the buildup and is stealing your energy. And that will raise your blood pressure. We call that, when you start to get issues with too much carbon dioxide in the body, it's going to cause cloudiness with your thinking. Got it? It's going to cause you to have memory issues. All of that has a lot to do with your breathing. Got it?
Will it cause shortness in your vision as well?
It'll cause a whole lot of problems because lack of oxygen is lack of oxygen. You can't function with lack of oxygen.
So very true.
Yep.
So very true.
So I would suggest so.
Okay. Next question. On behalf of my dad, he's scheduled for surgery to remove a possible benign lump. What is this? Condyloma on the testes in a few weeks. And in the meantime, he's hearing about the benefits of kelp. Is that something that's possible?
Right. Did he say where was the? You said where was the lump now? In the testes? Okay, so definitely there's a detox in order.
Right.
And when is he going to get the procedure?
It just says it's scheduled for surgery possibly in a few weeks. It
just says in a few weeks.
Date.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Detox is in order. For men, men, we do a detox. We have specific herbs. Every man that's listening right now should have 3 herbs. Write this down, gentlemen. Brothers, you have 3 herbs, and this is for the male prostate, but also just male reproductive system herbs. Now, it works for women also because they are astringent herbs. But everyone, and so ladies, if you have a man in your life, this is the herb for male reproductive health and making sure that that you don't have things like cyst tumors, things like that going on. So what we try to do is, number one, you got to get the bowels moving. Got it? The bowels have got to be moving. Okay? A lot of men that are having prostate issues, believe it or not, comes from not going to the bathroom. Constipation is one of the number ones. Got it? Constipation. Because what's happening, come on, mute yourself, Simon. Mute yourself. Somebody mute yourself. What you're doing is when you are eating foods that are high concentrated, that are refined sugars, refined salts, refined oils, a lot of junk food, causes constipation because there's no movement in the intestines. So now it gets trapped where now the bowel movements are not moving, and it gets trapped in the rectum.
Talking about that.
Got it? Gets trapped in the rectum. And from the mute yourself there. Mute yourself.
It's done. Got it.
Okay. Gets trapped in the rectum, and from the rectum there's a very thin wall that leads right into the prostate. That's usually the first sign right there. So constipation would be 1. 2, dehydration. They're dehydrated. Okay. All the men are dehydrated.
Okay. Yep. So what's the herb, Dr. Paul?
The herbs are 3 herbs. I'm gonna get to them for a second, but I want to go over these because it doesn't make any sense if you're taking an herb and you're not drinking water. You just defeated the purpose.
Right.
So what you want to do is you got to do dehydration. The other one is lower lumbar misalignment. Okay, because remember what feeds the lower extremities is the lower lumbar, because off of there, that's the nerve that spins off the spine. That's feeding that's signal oxygen and nutrients to the organ, and then in that case it's going to be the lower extremities. Got it? So lower misalignment in the back. All right, third wing. Here's your herbs. Here's the herbs: wild alum, ALUM, shepherd's purse, and witch hazel. Okay, and that's not the witch hazel that you think that you would go into the drugstore and get the liniment that you rub on you. Not that one. Witch hazel is an herb. Matter of fact, if you look at that liniment, you'll see sometimes they'll put the actual herb on the side of the bottle. So these are all astringents, and the first signs of weakness with the male reproductive system is incontinence. Got it? That's the first thing. into incontinence. So that's my checklist right there.
Okay.
But he needs a detox. He would need a detox. He would have to come on in, and if he, of course we have to evaluate his situation and to see where he is, and then I'll give my best recommendation for that.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Let's go to the top here. I want to pull in some folks I've never seen before.
Yeah.
I see some folks I have never seen before. I want to pull some folks in. Who do I have here? Is that, let's see, is that Ray?
Yeah,
Hey, Ray, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well.
All right, how you doing today? Everything good?
Everything good. Just really trying to follow the doctor's orders. And I have a question. I started taking the natural greens. And my question is, do I need to eat before or after I'm taking the greens?
Sure, it is a meal replacement. So you don't have to you can use it just as a meal replacement itself.
Okay.
Usually it's very effective if, are you insulin resistant at all? That means that, are you diabetic at all?
No, I'm not.
You have any digestive issues?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. So you can take it either before or after. It doesn't matter. Usually those that have digestive issues, like, issues with constipation, gut issues, and that does show overweight. Whenever someone has overweight or excess weight, that means the gut is out of balance, and that means you're not assimilating. So the green drink helps you assimilate first. So if you believe that, what you're about to eat may have a problem or a challenge in digestion, take it first. Got it?
Okay.
30 minutes before you eat.
Okay.
Got it? It will help you assimilate better, so now you can process better, and then therefore people tend to lose a lot of weight that way.
All
Because
right.
now your body doesn't have to work as hard, because now you're utilizing, you're using vegetables, herbs, and little fruit to actually balance out, to actually create an enzyme to work where you don't have to create the enzyme, especially if you're a meat eater. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have another question. What's the proper cutoff time that we stop eating at night?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Yep. So I see y'all munching over there right now.
I got some work.
Put it down. Put it down. Somebody just dropped their pretzels.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So
usually.
I need to work on that.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The whole process is, and it's a good question. Excellent question. There's this thing, of course, we talked about called circadian rhythm. Circadian balance actually deals with your body. It's not us thinking and coming up with this stuff. People think we come up with this stuff. No, this is based on the sun, the moon, and the rotation of the earth. That's just like why a rooster crows when he sees the crack. When the crack of when he see the morning, he's actually in his circadian rhythm. You got it? Same thing when the sun goes down, you're going into a cycle also. Now you start to produce less serotonin, now moving into melatonin or melanin. Got it?
Okay.
So that's the cycle and rhythm that we're going through. So 7 o'clock usually, that's the time you're going out of cycle between what's called the intake cycle, and you're going into the assimilation cycle. So the assimilation cycle starts 7 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Okay.
Got it? That's called assimilation. That's when you should have eaten before 7, so that it's almost like we cleaning up shop. We're getting ready for tomorrow. And then if you eating, it's like, wait a minute. Didn't we just tell you we about to clean up for tomorrow? You up here coming here with something else. Where these beans come from? So what's going on is the body has to start shutting down, because it has to utilize the energy in preparation for going from the assimilation into the cleansing cycle, which is when you wake up. Yep, cleansing is in the morning, and that starts at
12. What is that? 12 p.m.
You got it. That's right there. You got the chart. You got the chart pulled down. Yep, that's it. 4 a.m. to 12 noon. Yep.
So I shouldn't need anything between that period, between 4 a.m. and 12.
No. 4 a.m. to 12 just means that you're in a cycle of, cleansing. So you're flushing. That's when you wake up in the morning. So when you wake up in the morning, you should be refreshed from the assimilation cycle. You're probably breaking that fast coming through. So now you're a time when your water would be anything cleansing in that cycle. So when you wake up in the morning, 4 a.m., you're detoxing. That's why when people wake up, they got the crust in the eyes, ashiness on the skin. Everything's flushing. Everything's purging. That's why you got dry, the mouth, people got crust on the side of their mouth. All that stuff comes with detoxing. That's what has happened. And that's what your eyes are doing. They're flushing and pushing out that toxin out of your eyes. If you don't see that crust in your eyes, it's backing up in the eye. And that's what's causing a lot of problems with things like, cataracts and things like that, which eventually causes glaucoma and a whole lot of other complications. So you're detoxing. So what do? We go with the body. Got it? Go with the body. Know where you are at all time and go with the body. So if you know that the cycle you're in when you wake up 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. is cleansing, I'm going to do everything cleansing. So that means when I wake up, what else is cleansing? Water. What else is good? Fruit. Got it? You can also do any of the cleansing things. That's why people eat cereal in the morning, because it has the ability to, it's roughage, keeps you clean, right? Flaxseed. The grains and the wheat and things like that, people. And then just be careful of what you're getting nowadays. Check it out. Make sure you're clear. Got it?
Right.
But usually those are the things that we're doing cleansing cycles. So when you're going from 4 a.m. till 12 noon, you should be in cleansing. That's the cycle that people really mess up big time. And they're eating meat in the cleansing cycle. That's the problem. That's going to be a problem. And that's because your body's cleansing and you're trying to eat meat. And if you eat meat, now the body's like, okay, well, I'm cleansing. Now I got to look for enzymes to break this down. So now the liver and the pancreas have to create the enzyme, which takes energy. Now I got to use energy to make energy, to break it down. So that's going to wear you out. That's why people are tired in the morning.
Right.
People wake up tired. They're fatigued. Or they went through a whole night eating, steaks late at night, and then next thing you know, they wake up, saying, "Boy, this is gonna be a long day." Boy, I sure felt like I got no sleep last night. Guess what? You sure didn't.
You didn't. Wow. I have some work, doctor. Like I said, I'm way past the cycles, but I need to get on track here.
But you know what? It's an easy cycle. You know what? If you just know and move according to where you are in that cycle, it's that easy. It's just don't break the rules. That's what we say. You'll be surprised if you do this, family. If y'all listening right now, if you do this 1 week, I guarantee you're gonna see some stuff you have never seen before. You're gonna be like, wow, it's amazing. Some of these things clear out. Concentration is better. Skin starts to clear out. Fogginess, all of those things. You start to feel energized because you're flushing out the system. So, yeah, all good stuff, Ray.
All right. Thank you, sir.
No problem, man. Appreciate it, man. Good questions, man.
Yes,
good
indeed.
questions. Good questions.
Roll along.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let's see. Who else do we have here? I haven't seen Big B.
You see Celia up
pick
there?
somebody, Big.
Galaxy A21. Celia, I see your hand up. What's your question, Celia?
Actually, I had a few questions, but can you hear me?
Yeah, certainly can.
Okay, I'm glad you brought up the crustiness in your eyes, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been having crustiness in my left eye. Like in the morning, I wake up, I clean it, and it seems like every 2 hours it's coming back, like just in one eye.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's actually good. You're detoxing in that eye. Anytime you see the body purging anything, it's something coming out, need to come out. And probably in that area, that's where the ducts get blocked. And that happens from, exposure to, there's very small cranial arteries in the eyes, and they're very small. And when you have too much sugar, too much salt, too much, processed or refined products, they're very small. Your body's going to look for water, so they will strip the moisture out of them, so they shrink. And when it gets very small, you can't detox anymore. So it's going to block up. So one may be blocked and the other one may be clear. So it may be utilizing a workaround to clean both of them through the one eye. Body's amazing.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
But I would definitely start to do things like rinsing eyes with the eyeglass. Okay, you have an eyeglass?
No.
Oh, yeah. You want to get an eyeglass. Okay, glass, not plastic, glass. And then you want to rinse
I
the
do have the Eye Bright formula, but I don't have an eyeglass.
Yeah, you want to start to rinse the eye. If you of course we use the Dr. Christopher's Eye Bright formula, but if you're not ready for that, you can at least start with rinsing the eye with that water, room temperature water.
I put the Dr. Christopher's in my tea and coffee.
You got it. Yep.
Like
People have seen incredible results just by doing that.
Because I don't like putting stuff in my eyes.
That's okay. Some people, will choose not to use that because it's a little bit aggressive for them, but it does work. I'm going to tell you, when you need to get in there and get it done, some people say, I just want to get it done. They go right for it. So, all right.
My second question was, I've been suffering with insomnia for like years and taking all kinds of sleep aids, like everyone you can imagine. I think I've been on it. And I heard a while back that if you take too many, it can cause signs of early dementia and Alzheimer's. Is that true?
If you start doing what now? If you start taking...
If you take them for a long period of time,
it can
cause early dementia.
Right, but what were you taking, though? That's what my question was.
What was I taking?
Yeah, what were you saying that you're taking if you take long-term or what?
Sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills. Yeah, see, the side effects of the sleeping pills will tell it all right there. All right, so side effects, always go over the side effects. Do you know the side effects from what you have?
No, I had so many. I don't take them anymore now because after I heard that they might cause dementia, I stopped taking them and I started with the valerian root.
Yep. Yeah.
But,
I mean, that's just exactly what they do. They're telling you what it does. It's going to, of a long-term use, it's a drug. So it's actually, that's why we go to the things like the valerian root, because that's where, the cumulative comes from. They use the valerian root. That's where they come up with Valium. They mimicked to make Valium, they mimic the valerian root. That's where it comes from. So that means it's a cumulative, it's a relaxant, but also valerian root falls in line with our pineal regulators. Got it? Pineal regulators. Everybody know what the pineal, remember? Pineal sits right here. Master Sergeant follows up. That's the one that releases the melanin and also the serotonin. Serotonin for the serious times, but it also regulates to times like right now where the light's going down. Use the dimmers. See the light down in your see in the back where you are right now? See how you got the dim light in the back? That's exactly what you should be doing right now. You're dimming the lights because you're getting prepared for the body's prepared for sleep. So that means the lower the dimmer the lights come, the more your body starts to naturally produce this melanin or melatonin. You got it? Okay. It's a natural process. But don't do this. Don't sit in the area where you are and you grab this and you start looking at your phone, because now the body thinks, wait a minute, it's 12 o'clock again. It's 12 o'clock again. Let's start making more serotonin. And then that's when you're staying up. You got it? So it's the body's endocrine system. That's the endocrine system or endocrine system, which is regulating based on the light that enters the body.
So if I take the valerian root, that doesn't cause early dementia or anything?
No, no, that's an herb.
That's
an herb. Yeah, that's an herb. No, anything that does is just feed the body. Yep. Matter of fact, like I said, it's a melanin regulator. It balances and helps the balance of the regulating of melanin, which is the super protector of the body. And for every melanin cell, it actually controls 30 to 40 other cells. Woo! That's powerful. That is powerful. That's powerful. All right.
All right. Just one more thing. One more thing before you.
Okay. One more. Come on. One more. We gotta keep moving. Go ahead.
Can I use flaxseed oil and oregano oil on my cats that has like a whole bunch of mucus?
You better go to make sure you check that out, because you got to see the side effects that animals based on breeds sometimes have side effects to certain types of herbs or plants. So you always want to check with, the veterinarian that you're dealing with about that. Usually there's something that if you go that route, there are veterinarians that deal with herbs also. So I would suggest you do that for, to have them evaluated, because certain things, certain breeds, one breed it's okay with and the other one's not. I have a Labrador, so I gotta watch the chocolate and all that other stuff. If he ever out in the street and he grabs something, this boy, I ain't never seen a dog eat everything. This dog will eat everything, and he is huge now. Y'all remember that little dog I bought him one here? I sat him right here on my lap. I was right here. Yeah. I can't even get him in this chair right now. He's so big.
Wow.
He is huge. He is huge. I said, wow. So I've been giving them the the real heavy, good grain dog foods, non-GMO. Plus I put some green drink on it. I think that might have something to do with it. But
doing it. Yes, sir.
He's sitting up there looking like this. He walking around like this. He's 4 months old. He looking like this.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I get my cats to drink.
He all ripped up. My dog is huge. So thank you, Cecilia. We appreciate you. Good questions. Good questions. All right.
All right. Bye bye.
All
see,
right.
Now, make sure you take your hand down, see, so we don't get confused.
Yeah, everyone. And Ray, take your hand down also, Ray.
Yeah, Ray.
Yeah. All right. And let's see. Any on the chat there, Big B?
Yeah, there was one. Hold on. Let me go up here just one bit here. It says, anyone think, I think we talked about this. You talk about something to reduce the pressure behind the eyes.
That's glaucoma. Yeah.
Right.
Glaucoma. Yep. Those are again, pressure building up. Folks, just get your eyeglass. Everybody get your eyeglass and just start doing it. Make it a routine that you can take just room temperature water and just rinse it. Keep it right in your bathroom so that you especially ladies, when you're taking off your makeup, mascara, a lot of that stuff can get clogged in those areas of the pores, into the eyes in those areas. So, use that and make sure you clear that out. I always say for the ladies and for the men too, you can take and make brine water. Anybody know how to make brine water? Anybody know how to make brine water?
So. Cheryl's reading. She's bobbing her head.
Cheryl said, "I know what that is. Brine water. Make brine water. That's taking like a mason jar, okay?
Right.
Regular mason jar, and you fill it up with about 2/3 high with your good water, like a Crystal Geyser water, and then you would take about 3 or 4 tablespoons of the Himalayan salt. Got it? And just put the cap on it and let it just start to dissolve in about 2 days. It turns into a cloudy mixture, which is now brine. That's brine. That is some of the best water now for exfoliation of your skin, ladies. So you can take your washcloth, and as you in the morning or in the evening, before, when you're taking your makeup off, you can take that brine water, take a little bit, and it can clean out the pores and does incredible jobs for blackheads, for pimples, all of that stuff. Pulls all the little nooks and crannies out. So that is excellent for detoxing the skin. All right? Excellent way, especially after you've taken off makeup. All right? So that's brine water. And I would say everyone take a little bit of that and do it make it a ritual in the evening. When you're going, before you go to bed. Okay? All right, let's see. What else we got there, Big B?
Can I continue taking spirulina powder and multivitamins with the NGB?
Spirulina, yes, absolutely. It's all that's C. That's C or fresh water. Yes, that's actually, again, another form of chlorophyll. So any type of chlorophyll, excellent. That's hydrogen based. That's what's going to keep the pH up and now allows the body to resonate at a certain energy and a certain temperature, so that now you can keep your pH right. Now, bacteria, virus, fungus, sepsis, parasites, cancer, all that stuff can't live in that environment. So that's the purpose of why you would have greens. Greens are chlorophyll. That's life force. Also, another form of chlorophyll would be the alfalfa. That would be land. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Is taking elderberry syrup and black seed bitters too much?
If you're not drinking water, that would be the question. If you're not drinking water, elderberry and black seed are excellent liver cleanses, but they're also antiviral. So elderberry is good for antiviral. Black seed is good for antibacterial. They both work hand in hand, but you must drink water.
Okay.
Got it? Don't do. Matter of fact, if you are taking any herbs, they're going to demand a lot of water. Got it? They're going to demand water in order to process. You know, you got to look at it the same way as a plant. You can put a plant in good soil, right, Big B? Put it in good soil, give it plenty of sunshine. But guess what? If you don't give it any water, it ain't going nowhere. Yep, that's right.
Wow.
Water is the activator. That's the key. The
Okay.
water is the key. And that's where, unfortunately, a lot of people are taking the herb and wondering why it's not working. It's usually the water. The water's out of balance. Yep. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here, Big B. I'm gonna go up top here. We got Helen. Helen.
How you doing, Dr. Paul? Hi, Bill. How's
Hey,
everybody?
Helen, how are you?
All right. All right.
Great. A couple of things. I just wanted to share this first thing here. It's electric seasoning. It's Caribbean. It's got onion, ginger, burdock root, and it's I bought it online on Dr. Savi's is a shop, the Sabian.com. That's a seasoning. You can shake it on your vegetables and your your
Excellent.
fruits. Then there's another one here. It has kelp in it. It has sea salt. It has nettle in it, and it has onions in it.
Good.
This one
good.
also. And this one last thing is I got it from the Wayne Health Store, the Thieves Oil here in Philadelphia. And there was something that I wanted to say was when you go to the doctor, they always dig into your family tree. You know what I mean? And I find it that they're looking for something on both sides, whether it be your parents or your grandparents. They're looking for, like, anybody have diabetes or cancer. They're just like, you're going to have, get cancer or diabetes. And I don't really like that at all, because I think it's all about the way you're eating.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Just because your family, yes, there are some things that are handed down to you. That's handed down into your DNA. Got it? That's what you get handed off, from your mother and father. You get handed off DNA, and yes, it does matter if they ate right. Because definitely if you have parents that, ate really well, they tend, or they were on a farm, they tend to have passed on very, very good, DNA information and genes to the siblings. Now, the DNA is what you get from your mother and father. The RNA is what you're writing right now for your children. Got it? That's what that is. So the way you eat is what is prepared for, that's writing the code ready and prepared for your children. So if you don't eat right and then you have children, that's affecting them in that line. The only thing that we know that's a generational, we call it a generational curse. And that's why they'll look for, like, oh, well, so-and-so, your father or mother's side had cancer or diabetes and all that. That doesn't mean you're going to get it. It just means that we got to keep an eye out for it. Yes. But you can always change the environment in which all cells live in, which is the milieu. And the only real generational curse that we can actually verifiably say is going on happens at the table. That's it.
I know that's right.
So that means that when we look at the lines of what people are doing, when they say, oh, well, everybody in my family had diabetes, but what we can look at and say verifiably, everybody was eating the same and preparing the food the same also. So that's why it's always back to what you eat.
Right, and that curse can be broken by the way you eat. It's like you're digging the grave with your fork. you're
Yeah.
eating chitlins and you're eating,
Mm-hmm.
cheese. All this cheese stuff is not healthy for you, and
Yeah,
it's blowing up your
miseducated.
cholesterol and your sugar, your salt, and everything. You got to cut back the way you got to eat right, like you said.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it goes back to miseducating, the pyramid. Literally, you need to flip the pyramid upside
That's
down.
exactly
That's
right.
what you
right, and I believe that some of them would still be alive today because this is longevity. We're talking about how we should eat and these herbs. They
Yep.
might can still be here by now.
Absolutely. And I tell you, that generational curse rides heavy with the black family,
Right.
and we know that, yes, we know that slavery was a part of, when we wouldn't have made it through slavery without the pig. We know that, because that's where the slops were thrown out.
Yes.
There's a documentary called, oh man, you got me thinking, Bill. Why'd you bring this up? Goodbye, Uncle Tom. That's what it's called. Goodbye, Uncle Tom. It's a tough, tough, tough documentary to watch, y'all. Tough, tough, tough. And it was a documentary that was created back in the 70s. And this documentary was about these French. They did a documentary of how did slavery happen? How was it that they were able to, pull this off, that they were actually to bring us into slavery? So it goes in from the slave ship all the way to the how conditioning we are to food, to everything. It's a powerful documentary. It's something I believe everybody should see. Well, it came to America. It stayed a weekend. And they got it out of here real fast because it was eye-opening. It was awakening. Look at that documentary. It's not something. It'll make you squirm. It will, because you'll see a lot of the trends of what are still going on right now. Like when they have the circus has the train of an elephant. I'm sure y'all heard this before, right?
Yes.
When they have the baby elephants, they'll chain the baby elephants to a pole. And the baby will try to pull, and keep pulling, and eventually till it stops because it's frustrated. It can't no longer pull. Well, then after the baby elephant grows a little bit bigger, they take the shackle off of him.
Wow.
And guess what? He'll stand right next to that pole.
Stay right there. He's conditioned.
He's conditioned, and that's what's happening to us. We're conditioned that it's not good until it tastes good. That's why they can pump all this sugar, all of the salt, all the oil, and we just go right for it. We've
Right,
gotten
that's
away
what
from
it was like for me growing up. I was, eating this stuff, and Thanksgiving is coming, Christmas, all the holidays.
Absolutely.
Mac
Absolutely.
and cheese, chicken, turkey,
Absolutely.
ham, greens.
That's
all-
right.
all
Back
that.
in the day, I remember going to Jersey. Who's in Jersey in there? Anybody from
Right
Jersey
here,
in there?
boy. Right here,
You in
here.
Helen, you in Jersey?
Yes.
Well, there was a spot back in northern Jersey, and I remember these are my days when I was eating cheesesteaks and all that stuff. I was doing the family thing, right? And I remember a buddy took me to a spot called Greasy Tony's.
My.
Called Greasy Tony's, and it had all it had right up in the menu. You can buy a steak, and it said at the very bottom, it said no charge for extra grease.
My.
And the line was around the corner. You couldn't get in this spot.
Wow.
I mean, it was
Wow.
crazy. I was sitting there going like, yo, and the hoagies or the steaks were like this long. They were huge.
Wow.
And they would pile it up so high. And I'm just thinking now that I'm, recamping this, how many people had high blood pressure and just, oh, God.
I remember those days, the steaks, the ribs.
Oh, my goodness.
Barbecue.
Wow. Wow.
You're spot on when you say conditioning. Conditioning is everything.
That's the key.
That's why we take the
Change
children.
the way we think and the way
Yep,
we eat.
absolutely.
So
That's
very
why
true.
you have to condition the children at very young age. You have to recondition you.
There you
we
go.
We say it resetting your taste buds.
Yes.
Resensitizing the taste buds to what is natural. When you get something natural and you start going, ew, that's nasty. Yep, you need to resensitize your taste buds, because if something is natural and it tastes nasty to you, you have been sensitized to chemicals. That's what it is. And you're so used to it that if it doesn't taste like that chemical, that sharp sugar, you don't want it. And that's what people have. That's diabetes written all over it. That's absolutely diabetes written all over it. So, yep. Good stuff,
Thank
Ellen.
you so much, Dr.
Good
Paul.
stuff,
You're a
Ellen.
wealth of health. Thanks for sharing always.
Thank
God
you so
bless.
much.
Thank you,
Always
Bill.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
I put the link to the documentary in the chat.
Oh, really?
Yes, I
Wow.
did.
Hey, y'all, that's not a popcorn one. I'm going to tell you. Get your pen and pad. Get your pen and pad, though. Get your pen and pads, though.
It's right
It's
there.
a rough one. That was part of my study when we were doing research, and, you know, Dr. Africa specifically made us look at that, and that we researched that. But it's something. Let me give you an example. They said there was one, like when they brought us off the slave ship, they actually put us through this thing where they put us in what's called a lye pool.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
Lye
believe it or
pool. And the pool was full of lye where they would scrub. And
Yeah.
then they would go through this course of obstacles. Obstacle course.
how about
Wow.
that?
And it goes through the whole thing. So just
Wow.
look at it. It goes real deep. It answers a lot of questions, though. Why we're bound up with the way we think about food and how emotional food is and how, you know, it's attached to us and we don't want to let it go. So you got to let it go, family. You got to let it
The way
go.
we are.
Yep, you got to let it go. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Karam, I see you up there, buddy. Karam, how you doing, man?
I'm excellent. How are you?
All right. I
Right,
see
all
you
right.
got Iverson back there, buddy.
Yeah, from back in the day. Back in the day. Hey, something else just came to mind too. Let me ask you this first, because I thought about it, man. I was on the golf course Friday, and I got attacked by a swarm of bees, man, and they
Oh,
in my head like I was wearing a hat full of bees, and ended up in the doctor's office.
wow.
Oh,
You know, at the advice of the people I was golfing with.
Sure.
A bunch going on, you know, the green drink was messing with me, you know, tired, you know, sweaty, all that kind of stuff. And I'm sitting there on the table. I said, man, I wonder if there's an herb for this. And so I figure I ask you, anything for bee stings? I'm good now, though.
yeah, absolutely. Any of the astringent herbs, the golden seal, the black walnut, all those. Yep, you can put those right on there. Aloe vera gel. You know, all of those that are astringents. Anything that's astringent can dry it out, helps to pull the stinger. Did it sting you? It did sting you?
Oh, man, they were stinging me all over.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Hard
don't.
head. They couldn't penetrate that.
Were they regular? Were they field bees or were they like yellow jacks? What were they?
Man, all I know is a bunch of bees and the back and the head and the arms, the legs.
They must have thought you had the queen. You abducted the queen.
I know that's right.
I don't know. It was bad, and I had to leave the golf course and all. And
Yeah.
so-
It's probably, you know, that happened to me one time. We were up in the Poconos one time with the men's group, and you know, we were actually out in the field, and as we were out in the field, we were trying to move stuff out of the way, you know, like wood and things like that. So one of the guys, we're standing next to each other like this, and one of the guys in front of me lift up a piece of wood, and it was a yellow jack hive.
Wow.
I'm standing there. These bees come directly towards me because I got an orange, light, bright shirt on. And they attacked me. They didn't even go after him. They went after me. Stung me all up my arm and everything. The first thing I did, I took the golden seal. That was it. The golden seal, put it right on there, make sure the stinger was not in there, and that pulled it right out. So I made a paste out of it. You make a paste out of it, add a little water to it, put it right in that area, cover it up, and within not even later on that afternoon, it was like it was going down already. So immediately you address the issue. Yep.
Okay. Well, I had on a red hat, and I said, I'm not leaving.
Yeah, you were prime. You were prime time, bro.
Yeah.
He did it. He did it. Get him.
They were looking for you, Cam.
Well, I went and grabbed my hat and golf club, and they started up again. So
Yeah.
you know, and I took off in the golf cart. The partner said, I thought you were angry because you hit a bad shot. I said, no, I'm just so, you know, whatever.
Yeah, and you know what? See, people don't realize that bees are very. They're not hostile at all. They
Right.
won't go after you, and don't swing at them. Okay, that's one thing. Don't do. Don't
Well,
swing at them. Don't swing.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You can
I
don't
found out
swing
the
at
hard
them.
way.
Most of the time, they're just worker bees. They're looking for the queen, or they're gathering. If they're lost out in the field, or if you ever see how bees gather all over like a car or something, or a certain period of tree, and they're away from the hive, that means they're lost. They're looking for the queen. You got it? So that's why when those who come in, they'll bring in, like, they may have a queen with them, like a small queen, and they'll add the queen, and then they send out signals to each other. Oh, man, the bees is deep, man. They send out the signals to each other. Hey, there she is over there. All right, go. And then they all move at the same time. It's an incredible world of the bees, man. So there's a great documentary called The Vanishing of the Bees. And if you have any respect for the bees, you will after this documentary. It's called Vanishing of the Bees. It talks about how the neonics from the glyphosates and the neonics is what they call the pesticides that they're spraying in the field is killing the bees because they lose their ability to compensate, to know their ability to know where they are. It causes neurological damage to the bees.
Wow.
Literally. And they said, well, how does that happen? Well, they know because the bee acts erratic after it gets into this GMO, starts acting erratic, and then it loses focus to where the hive is, and they die out in the field. They never make it home.
Wow.
So they find all these bees
That's
just
deep.
dead out in the field. And places like California. You're in California, right? Are you in California?
No, I'm in Florida.
You're in Florida.
Yeah.
But in California, it was about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, they had to fly in bees just to save the almond crop because there's so much pesticides that killed all the bees. So, yep,
Wow.
it's a problem. It's a major problem. And you remember, I did announce a couple of weeks ago, right, Big B, that the field bee, American
Yes. So
bumblebee,
true.
just went on the endangered species list.
Yes. Yes.
And what does that mean? When the bees go, we go.
We go.
We go.
You got to be very careful.
That's what makes the crops.
Very
That's
mindful.
what makes the crops go, and also the monarch butterfly. So try not to swing next time.
Well, I couldn't help it, man.
Swing the clubs next time. Don't swing at the bees.
No, I couldn't help it, man. Hey, Joe.
Don't swing on
man.
them.
Hey, Joe. Don't
Oh, I got
Hold on.
Hey Joe, is it any good?
Those black bees, don't swing on them.
No, go ahead, man. I'll let you slide in. Go ahead.
What did you say, Joe?
I'm good. I'm good. I was just making a joke of the don't swing on them. That must be black bees.
All right. Well,
Yo.
my next question is it's multi, but I'm gonna wrap it all up in one.
Okay.
With IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, GERD, and acid reflux, are they all intertwined?
They're all inflammation. That's right. That's correct. That means the gut's out of order. Stay away from the refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils, dairy, fermentation. I keep telling folks, stay away from them fermented foods. They're not for you. They are not for you. You're taking your body out of its original ability to process. When you eat food, you are prebiotic, not probiotic. You are the probiotic. You create the probiotic. Why are you giving yourself a probiotic from something that's wasting away and dying, or from the mammary glands of an animal like a cow? It doesn't make sense. So stay away from those things. Top 10 toxic food list. Get the gut back in order. Something like green drink 30 minutes before you eat, or aloe vera gel. Not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Forgot to say that. Go ahead, Big B. All right.
We're trying to figure out a way to get
Yes.
you a shirt
So
like that.
you gotta basically get that gut in order. You know, don't eat out of cycle. Don't stay in the rhythm. And you know, these things tend to get to correct themselves once you know. You tend to now balance yourself out. It's like brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
But see, we haven't been taught this because it's not a part of our education in school. You know,
Yes,
we just
so
taught
very
to, you know, it's eat whatever you want anytime. You know, anytime you want to. Oh, you can eat that. Why can't you eat it? Yeah. But this stuff is actually tearing your gut up. Got it? So inflammation, yes, it is.
Okay. Well, I'll pass that information along because that's not for me.
Yeah.
Next question for you. Are you familiar with vibrating platforms? These platforms you stand on and vibrate and all that. Are they good for the lymphatic system? And
Yep. Yes, they are. They are. They are. I would say that they do work. Kind of like the lazy man version, but it works. It works. I would suggest someone get out there and start to sweat and start to use the rebounder. Rebounder always gets you involved. I would say get engaged. Stop looking for alternatives to, when we say cheat sheets or cheat codes. You know, just go in and just get the exercise and sweat. First thing in the morning, family, get it in. Try to do it at the same time every day. People's lymphatic systems are shutting down because the blood is toxic, you know, and then it's causing a lot of other clotting issues, you know. So clean the blood, you know, get your exercise on, do a little bit. It don't have to be a whole lot, just get your walk on, but do it the same time every day. It's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, just get it done. You know, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel like, wow, I got it done. I got the rest of the day. I got the rest of the day. You got it? I can do this, get it over with. By 6, 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you're done. You're done for the day, you know, and you did something productive. All right?
Okay. All right. Well, I can't relate to the cold up there like Bill was talking about because it's 79 degrees down here.
We're not even talking to you.
And I'm about to put my 2 moringa trees in the ground.
Oh, man.
I just thought you might like to know that. Not that
yeah, but you got to send us pictures, man. Show us pictures of how the progress of it growing, all right?
I will, and thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. And I am working on those bitter cups. I did connect with my my friend that's in Guyana, and definitely they said yes. And definitely they're working on the information. They're going to get it to me on the bitter cups. You know, he told me a very interesting story about the bitter cups also. He said that was always the elders used to do this. They used to go out and grab it from that tree. It's a specific tree. And they said whatever you put in it, it's the actual tree itself that it ferments. It's not a fermentation, but it actually resolves in and is soaks in that to make it bitter, which now makes it literally like a tonic.
Exactly.
It's amazing. So I'm gonna find out what the deal is, and I'll keep y'all posted. All right. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate you, brother. All right. All right. Anybody on the chat there, Big B?
Well, you know what? You pretty much covered everything is there except for one thing. Here we go.
Okay.
Can you drink a fruit smoothie every day without increasing your sugar intake using pineapple, mangoes, and bananas, which I think are alkalizing?
Right. And this is a misconception. Things that you have to make sure of. Number one, you got to make sure you're dealing with organics, okay? That's the first thing. Organics, no conventional. Got it? No conventional. Organics, no conventional. When people are talking about sugar, okay, sugar, they're comparing it to white sugar. The fruit sugar is fructose. Totally different. That has minerals in it. So it's not something when they'll tell someone that has diabetes, you can't have fruit. That's not true. Usually the studies that they're doing that's causing people to spike has everything to do with conventional fruits. That's what it is, conventional. So organic fruits have minerals, which are balanced. They're in balance and they balance themselves out. So it usually keeps the level nice and easy as far as the glycemic index. But when you get outside of that, you got the GMOs, you got the conventionals, you got all that. That's the problem. You know, they fall on this. The only juice that you got to watch out that falls on the acidic side would be pomegranate. Got it? Pomegranate, cranberry. That's carrots. Believe it or not, carrots. The orange carrot, not the purple carrot. Right? The orange carrot. And the last one is orange juice. And the orange juice is only because it's no longer orange juice. It's actually ascorbate or ascorbic acids, which come from corn. So if you have a orange with seeds, you juice your own orange. That's the one that's a good one. Got it?
You know, I also had someone ask me about, for example, if they have thyroid issues, the same kind of a question. They're not quite sure what they can take from the standpoint of fruit juices with the sugar content. Is it the same thing? Pretty much?
Thyroid is weight, temperature, and pressure. So that's dealing. So to balance out thyroid, we use sea vegetables.
Right.
Sea vegetables are the kelp, the chlorella. Those are the two right there. I start right there.
Okay.
That's the one I start with. You know, not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent any diseases. Food for the soul family. Kelp, chlorella, spirulina. Someone mentioned spirulina earlier. Yep.
Okay.
Those are sea vegetables. And they also block radiation also. So they're good for when you're talking about if you're someone that's about to take a mammogram. Yep. You can always you do a preparation when you're about to go get a mammogram. That's what helps to block radiation. Because definitely when you're doing mammograms and things like that or x-rays, you are absorbing light, that radiation light into the body. And people of melanin, we have the highest rate of holding on to radiation because of this thing called melanin. And that's the book that's called The Great Melanin Research. Did I show that to y'all? Did we talk about that?
Don't think so.
Melanin? Yeah, hold on for a second.
You talked about it before.
I did talk about it, right? It's actually two big books. And this is some real serious research here. Can y'all see this?
Oh yes. You most certainly did.
Did I show y'all this? I think I may have mentioned it. I don't think I ever actually showed you.
Right.
The Great Book of Melanin Research. Okay? And this is a book that goes on everything that we talk about, the power of melanin and how melanin is the chemical key to life itself. So there's two books this size. There's two of them.
Okay.
That one and this one. We got two of them.
Okay. All right.
I don't think you can see it. See
I
them
can.
both?
Right there. Don't move.
There you go. Right there.
You can see it. Not everybody can see it.
Oh, excuse me.
See how thick they are? See how thick they are? But just get the title. Yeah, just get the titles. If you want to really go into it, so they were dealing with plant life. This is probably the most in-depth research that you're going to find with melanin. If you are someone who's researching, you just want to find out more and stuff on it. It's by Dr. Randolph Alessandro Nicholas. He was a chemist. And he went in and did this study. And guess when he did it? Take a guess when he did the research on melanin. This book right here, this whole research, all this research that is prevalent to what we are doing right now. He did this in 1920.
Wow.
Yeah, 1920. Wow. So it just shows you how powerful that is. That it's such a point where you can see the effects of how melanin takes a little bit of energy and makes a whole lot of it out of it. It's a superconductor.
Right.
For the body. They know that it goes in and corrects everything. That's why you have to get your sleep at night. Because when you go to sleep at night, the getting into that REM sleep is when the melanin is released. But it's triggered by light. You got it? So during the day, you got to get your sunlight. It charges like a cell phone battery. So when it starts to release this stuff in total darkness, that means turn off all the lights. You remember I told y'all, it's that pineal is resonating based on the amount of light around you. Then it's going to release, and then you'll start to now release. That's when the healing begins. The body corrects itself 11 times faster. All right. Somebody asked for the author again. Somebody want the author again?
Yes.
All right. The author again was yes, Dr. Randolph. Actually Randolfo. Alessandro. Alessandro. Last name Nicholas.
Mm-hmm.
And it was done in 1920. Wow. Woo! Boy.
See,
I tell you, some powerful information there. Yep. You can see some incredible things in there. And how wonderfully and marvelously you are made. And what this thing does. And how it corrects a lot of stuff. You know, just you sitting here right now, we're exposed to, you know, billions and billions of particulates every day.
Yes.
You know, you standing on there, you just came out of Whole Foods, right? You standing on the bus stop, bus goes by with all them particulates. And then you inhaled all that stuff. Guess what? You now going in a state of acid. Your body's fighting for you the whole time. You got it? So everything, your body is always fighting every second and minute of the day. It's a war going on, and that's what the war is about. It's your immune system. Build your immune system, and the immune system will correct itself 11 times faster. You got it?
Okay.
There you go.
So back to that sugar.
Go ahead.
Back to the sugar, just one quick question. You were saying the organic fruit. So the 100% fruit juices that we buy, they should be organic?
Yeah, usually they'll say, usually if they'll say organic, or even if they say concentrate, usually you just want to make sure you turn it around and it says 100% juice. And, you know, some of them will say concentrate, but if it says concentrate, you put the water back in it. So you would do half of what you would normally do. So if you want like 12 ounces of juice, if you have a 12-ounce glass, you do 6 ounces of water, 6 ounces of juice. Put the water back into it because it's concentrated. Yep. But sometimes you'll find organics that are not concentrated. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
What's good with tooth abscess, Dr. Paul?
Tooth abscess. Yeah, that's a painful thing, man. There is a specific there's 2 herbs that I recommend, and that's black walnut. Remember, anything on the skin that's any eruptions on the skin, that's what I always recommend, the black walnut and the golden seal combination. Okay, so you can take it if it's around the gum line. Is it around the gum line? Who actually asked that question?
Unless the person, Rhonda.
Okay, so if it's for example, wherever it is in the gum, in the area, whether it's the inside or the outside of the gum line, you create these little things. These call it gum balls with like ulcers, and they can create holes, look like little hole, and they are painful. Woo, they are painful. They are painful. You can't even move your lip. You like just a little bit. So what you would do is you would take a little bit of that golden seal, black walnut, put it in a plate, add a little in the powder form. You can put in the capsules also. And with that, you can add a little water to make a paste out of it. Take a cotton ball, roll it in the cotton ball, put it in that area where that is, and leave it there. You got it? That actually acts as an astringent, but also antibacterial, so it keeps it clean, so it now speeds up the healing. Got it? Now there is a cream. Y'all want me to find this cream? I got it right here. Let me see if I can get a cream. Hold up. I got this thing, and it's important. I just can't remember the name of it right this second. All right, hold on for a second.
He snuck out on us, as always. He was just sneaking away all the time. That's all right, but trying to remind me to sort of go back and get one on was it mammograms and ultrasound. How does one restore their body after that? Okay. Because it's important that we try and get. Let me see if I don't want to miss anybody.
Oh, a great question, Bill, about the protocol for people who are immunocompromised for COVID. What would be the protocol?
Okay, Dr.
I think
Paul.
it's something about that. in the chat. I'm not correcting it.
Yeah. Okay, here it is here. It's this thing called Periobrite. Periobrite rub. There it is right there. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Periobrite rub. That's not a bad one to have just in your cabinet, because it actually is oral formula and it's a gel and it's for teeth and gums.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Periobrite.
Yep, and they have and this is from plant-based. It's all plant-based, but it has the astringent properties that I'm talking about. So things on here.
Can you put it back up, please, when you're finished?
Mm-hmm. Right there. Periobrite.
Right there.
Oh, right there.
Yep, that's it right there. I can see. At least I can see it.
I can see it.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes.
You can see it. You should be able to see that.
Right there. Right there.
You're not on the screen. Hold on. You're not on the screen.
Right there.
Yeah, I'm right here. Everybody's on. Everybody can see it. Periobrite.
It went out.
I would say you can go to
right there.
If you go right online, you can grab it. Grab it online. And usually most herb stores, if they don't have it, they have a variation of this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But this is one that I've seen that seems to be very, very effective.
Mm-hmm.
When you have things like no sodium lauryl sulfates, it's gluten-free, fluoride-free, it's vegetarian-based, no artificial sweeteners, and no preservatives. Got it? So all of that stuff, and this is in a cool mint. So everything about this is organic.
Right,
Got it?
okay.
That's the only one that I would say outside of the black walnut and the golden seal.
But Dr. Paul, also you had given me for this, because I use that. I made a paste with this, with the golden seal and the black walnut.
Yep.
But you also told me get the powdered clove.
Yeah, cloves work.
Yeah, cloves are also right.
And I put that in and made a paste.
Right, cloves are also, and you don't have to do both, but that would be the anti-parasitic also, and that's also we use that for issues of like gingivitis, periodontal issues, anything that basically may be causing inflammation of the gums.
Mm-hmm.
You know, inflammation of the gums, because you're trying to alkalize again. So yes, cloves would be good. Mm-hmm. You can use cloves.
Do we use gum? You say that the cloves are anti-parasitic on your teeth. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's anti-parasitic. That's correct. See, people have parasitic activity all over the body, and it's in the mouth, big time in the mouth. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yep.
We lose our gum as we ate.
Yep. Sorry to tell y'all, you sharing them parasites when y'all slip. You kissing somebody.
Well, help me now,
all
y'all.
slobbering each other down. Y'all look at y'all.
Let
Y'all like,
me
ooh.
Too much information.
Too much information. Y'all asked for it. See, I wasn't gonna go there. See that Big B? They trying to get me in trouble. I ain't gonna get in trouble on that one.
Well,
see, Lydia, what you started, Lydia? See what you started, Lydia?
Okay, does that help with your teeth if they're loose? If they've gotten loose?
That is correct. That is correct. If you have loose teeth, tightens teeth. Yep, that's what astringents do. They tighten them up. That's why oil pulling is also. I want to throw oil pulling in there also.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
is it normal to
my teeth from work that they did on my teeth?
Oh, you came out, Desiree. Say that again. You blanked out. What did you say?
Did something to loosen my teeth. And they're trying to blame it and say that it's because I have my bone, decaying of the bone or whatever. But my teeth weren't loose until I had gone to the dentist.
Yeah. See, remember, whenever this is why I was saying, you gotta stay off of the acid things like the fermentation. When people are taking things like the kombucha, the kimchi, the the sodas, What else?
Apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar.
Yes.
It's gonna tear your teeth down. You will lose all your teeth. Anything like distilled waters, the filtered waters, all that stuff is gonna steal the energy right out of your bone structure of your teeth. That's why people say, some people were coming in the office and they were like, man, I didn't even know till all my teeth fell out that it was the distilled water I was drinking. I was like, I could have told you that one, man.
Wow.
That stuff, because it sends your body into a crisis. Your body's trying to alkalize and you're giving it acid. So it says, well, hey, if you're not giving it to me, I'm gonna take it from you. I'm gonna take it from your teeth. I'm gonna take it from your hip. I'm gonna take it from your hip. I'm gonna take it from your knees.
Is it normal to shed your gum? My dentist was saying that's normal as you age, or lose gum. Not shed it.
Recede. Sometimes, well, people have natural inflammation, but I tend to think that there's something else going on where it's inflammation based on the food you're eating. So I would say, oil pulling, also natural mouthwash.
Yeah. Sesame seed oil is the best one.
Sesame oil is the best one. That is correct. Sesame oil. Yep. Sesame. We call her the queen of oils. Come on, girl. That's right. Queen. Come on, queen. Yep. She got it going on. And you start to squish in the mouth, make it 5-10 minutes, move it up as long as you can take it. And you can start to bring down the inflammation. They shave them down also. Anybody ever had the gum shaved down?
Oh, ouch.
Yeah,
it hurts even thinking about it.
Yeah, it's painful.
Wow.
But you rather just do it. Yes, painful. And right now, anything you break the skin, increases the chance for infection. Got it?
Wow.
And especially also where they're doing a lot of these surgeries where they're putting, they're pulling people's teeth and they're putting the titanium implants and things. Remember, your body does not process metal. Okay? You cannot process metal. So that becomes a problem. When your body's like trying to fight that off, it's like that doesn't belong here. So it causes other complications, which can now get into bloodstream, deals with messing with the what we call the autonomic system, which is your motor skills. And unfortunately, they're pulling people's teeth like incredible. I had one situation where they pulled this one lady's teeth. They pulled like 20 teeth in one day.
Yeah.
And that person ended up dying because they had an infection. Too many. It's too fast. They're trying to do this thing. They're trying to look at the numbers, and you qualify for a down payment for for all your teeth to get done. You might as well pull them all out. And then they do it all in one day, and that's very, very dangerous because your immune system can't take that. You can't take that. No. Don't do that. You don't want to do that stuff. Your body's in a crisis. Your body's always trying to protect you. And if you have a low immune system and then you pull all your teeth out, that's a crisis. That's 911. Boom. Your body's going into a state of shock. Yes, your body can go into a shock. That is absolutely it, Kamara. Absolutely. You go into a shock. And that can cause heart problems. It can cause, organ issues. It can cause all toxicity with your blood. It's just a mirror of things that can cause that. You got to be careful with that, and especially your blood pressure if you have blood pressure problems. So, be careful. Always start with lowering inflammation in the body anywhere with alkalizing. Got it? Alkalize. That's why this Perial Bright toothpaste or rub right here, it's not a toothpaste, it's like a rub. It's probably one of the best things you can use.
Is it better than the neem toothpaste?
Lydia, tell them how you like it. Tell them how you like it, Lydia.
It is wonderful. I tell you, when I used it and combined with the black walnut and the golden seal, I use that to make the paste instead of the water. I put a little bit of that. And then when I needed a little extra, I even made a little bit of the cloves. But sometimes I even use that to brush my teeth and massage my gums instead of my regular toothpaste.
Yeah, it can give you a lot of good relief, and it reduces inflammation. And then now that the receding that may happen, or other things like inflammation and periodontal issues, gingivitis, all that inflammation brings it down. Got it? Good questions, y'all. Y'all got some goodies tonight.
Is it better than the neem toothpaste?
Well, it's a different approach. It's all good. So neem is good too. You know, it all works. All the stuff is all alkalizing. Neem is excellent. Just make sure the neem. I did see a couple of brands that I was not particular. I did see a couple of brands I was not.
On the other side of my bed.
Okay. Hold on. Mute yourself.
Mute yourself, guys. Mute yourself.
So what happens is there's some, you got to watch the sodium lauryl sulfate. Got it? Sodium lauryl sulfate. Got it? Watch that. You don't want to see that in none of your toothpaste. Got it? So it may be fluoride free, but it may still have sodium lauryl sulfate. So no sodium lauryl sulfate. Got it?
So which name is good?
What was that?
Which name? You said you had some questions about certain names.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Look at the ingredients. Make sure it's organic. It doesn't have sodium lauryl sulfate. Got it? As long as it doesn't have sodium lauryl sulfate, you should be good. Okay? All right, fam.
That was a question when you were away just a few moments ago. I wanted to know about the protocol for one that's immunocompromised. I guess that has had the shot. What does one do?
Yeah,
what would one do?
Well, for someone that's, say that again now. What was the question?
One that's immunocompromised, and that what's the protocol that you should do? One should do after they had the shot that's immunocompromised.
Well, not that they had the shot.
Okay,
but if they're not getting the shot,
if they're not getting the shot. Okay, Linda.
What protocol do you recommend? And if they have,
yeah,
they're immunocompromised.
Yeah, we've given that out several times. There's a breakdown that I give of all the blood cleansers. It's a blood cleansing. You got to keep the blood cleansed. So at the same time, you have to overwhelm the virus. So what does that mean? Vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, all of those and above. We giving out B. You have that? Do you have that old one on there? Maybe from an old post that we've done.
Yeah.
I gave out the protocol for that. So it's a combination.
I think I saw her speaking there.
Yeah.
You think you might have that?
Yeah.
I don't have any protocol. The only protocol I have is Golden Seal protocol.
Right.
Who is that? Is that Prophet?
Yeah,
What thing is that? I didn't know she was in here. Where's she hiding?
I saw her sneak in.
Where is she? Way in the back? What time you get in here? I didn't see you come in here. Where are you?
At 8 o'clock.
Where are you? She ain't put a picture up either. You must be chilling.
On my camera, on my side, I am sitting 2 people to your right.
Yes.
2 people to my right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I see you. Good to see you. Yeah. With the protocol we gave out, remember, go. Definitely number 1. Get all the blood cleansers. Got it? That's the one thing. You got to get all the blood cleansers. Know what your ancestors did. Remember? It wasn't no Blue Cross and Blue Shield. It was just dumb woods.
I know that's right.
That was it.
I know that's right.
That was it. Go out them woods, get that herb, come on back here, keep the body clean. So that's where all of those herbs that I put on there are traditional herbs that are used for cleansing the blood. Got it? So that's number 1. So a lot of them on there are the main protocol. Hold on. You know what? I may have it. Let me see if I can. Maybe I can Prophets, can I send it to you? Can I text it to you? And because I did have it on a like an email link, and I don't know if you can grab it and then maybe post it.
Send me the email link.
You want to do that? Yeah, because I do have it, and people have been, I've been sending it out by text to folks also, and I do remember I have it. And yes, I do. I can send that out, okay?
And this protocol is good for if you have hypertension and diabetes specifically?
Well, remember, if you're having those problems, you're immune compromised. These are immune builders. This is food, got it? So if they tell you can't have food, you got another problem. So this is food. That's the problem. The problem is the medication, not the food. or else they would tell you can't eat no more. You got it? So, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Vitamin A. Got it? Vitamin A, and we're looking at around 200,000 IUs. Okay, garlic, 5,000 milligrams. Vitamin C, 5,000 milligrams. And that's non-ascorbic acid. Zinc is 50 to 70 milligrams. Vitamin D is 10,000 IUs. And then I recommend the 2 oils, which is for oregano oil, extra strength or regular strength, 2 to 3 times daily. And also for the children, elderberry syrup or the old Indian wild cherry bark syrup. Got it? I'm going to text this over to you, Prophetess.
Okay.
And you can maybe post this if you know with your magic fingers over there. You can do anything. Let's see.
So, Dr. Paul, how can you take the oregano? Because it's very strong. Can you? I bought something called papaya juice, just 100% papaya juice.
Mm-hmm.
Could I mix the oregano in that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It can go in anything. You can't go wrong with it. Anything you add to, it's going to add nutrients to. It's energy.
Interesting.
Yep. So you can add it to anything. You can add it to your green drink. You can add it to your favorite juice. Whatever you can do to get it down.
Grapefruit juice, because I thought grapefruit juice, no.
I would not recommend grapefruit juice. See, you done broke the rules already. See, threw me a curve.
Okay.
The only ones I would say, only reason because the grapefruit it's a hybrid. Okay, that was the attempt to make a larger orange. Happened a long time ago. It's always a food trade thing. Whenever they talking about what's a fruit and what's a veggie, it has nothing to do with the actual species of the plant. It's everything to do with food trade. Right. See, that's why they had, did you know that they say, oh, well, a tomato's a fruit, right? Y'all heard that, right?
I heard
that. Fruit, right? Fruit. Well, why didn't they determine it as a fruit? Well, it had to do with there's a tax that they would have to pay was as opposed to not paying it if it's actually a vegetable. That was it. So it's all taxes and food trade and all that other stuff.
Amazing.
And then
money.
Is there a way to find out what the hybrids are? Like, do you have that on your website? Like, what are the hybrids and what are?
There are natural hybrids, and then there are genetically modified. Got it? I would not worry as much with the natural hybrids as I would the GMOs right now. That would be my main concern because I wouldn't want to confuse you. So just understand where they fall on what it does for you. Does it make you alkaline or does it make you acid? So the chart that I have called the acid alkaline food chart will give you a breakdown of exactly where it falls. So pomegranate, got it? That's what I gave out earlier. Pomegranate, cranberry. There you go, Big B. See Big B? That right there you can download right off my website. Grab the alkaline base side, which is going to be on the left side with the purple, starting with the purple, that's the highest, all the way to the light blue, the blue, and the green. That's the alkaline side. Then on the other side is the acid side. It's the light green, the orange, the yellow, and then the faded like tan color on the side. That's the bad side. So you want to stay to the left side, high alkaline, because on what alkaline does what? Feeds the body. That's what keeps and resonates and kills bacteria, virus, fungus, sepsis, parasites, cancers, and all that stuff. Got it? Okay. So that's what I would be concerned about. The only hybrids, I can just tell you a couple, that yes, there is a lot of them, but they're called natural hybrids. They just put them together. So the grapefruit was an attempt to make a larger orange. Got it? Because they wanted something else in the food trade. We don't have nothing over here, Big B. We got to make something. Yeah, let's put this two together. Then we got a new product. Hey, come on, everybody. Buy this thing. It's a bigger orange. That's the grapefruit. They mix that between the orange and the lemon. Got it? That's the grapefruit. And then when they take the lime and the lime and the orange, that makes the pink grapefruit. That's the difference.
Wow.
So these are things that have happened a long time ago, y'all. And that's also with the carrot. They took the carrot from the Queen Anne's lace, which is it's actually a plant called the Queen Anne's lace. So in Ireland, they had nothing to participate with the food trade. They're like, we got to get some money over here. Well, how are we going to do it? Well, let's pay homage to Queen Anne. So let's grab that Queen Anne's lace, mix it with the wild yam. We got a product, the orange carrot. That's what it is. That's exactly it. If you punch in Queen Anne's lace, it'll say progenitor of the carrot. That's what it'll say. The progenitor. So that's the real. So the only real carrot God made and created was the purple carrot. And
But
that's
it's
the
hard
ones
to
with the
find that.
long. No, it's not. You can find it. Whole Foods got it. Yep, Sprouts got it. Yep, I see it everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I see it. I think people just don't recognize it.
Not hard to find.
Yeah.
It's not.
Whole Foods all the time.
Yeah, you got to watch where you're going with the Whole Foods, because most Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, they all got them. Everywhere I go, they got them. So just make sure if they don't have it in one, maybe it's because somebody already got the heads up and they buying them before you get there.
That's hiding. Yes.
Yep. All right. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see. Big B, give me some more questions there, buddy. Let's pull.
Mike was having some issues. I guess I don't know if it's like finger lock. Like
trigger
when there's
finger
a stiffening in the knuckle joint, so that the knuckles kind of lock.
Dr. Paul, you don't see my hand. My hand is up ever since the beginning of the.
Yeah, but we got your hand and about 10 other people's hand at the same time. We got 10 hands up at the same time. So hold on, we'll see if we get there. We'll try to get to you. Hold on for a second.
Hold on,
what was that? We're just taking. This is just from the chat box right now.
Right.
Go ahead. Big
When
B.
there is a stiffening in the knuckle joint, so that the knuckle kind of locks in the morning, is there an herb that can support adding some lubrication to the joint?
Yeah, that's you remember that, Karen. Remember Karen was telling about we gave the formula for the trigger finger, and the
Trigger
calcification.
finger.
It's calcification getting in there. You got to break that up. So that means, again, you got to watch the processed foods. Calcification is happening there. You got to soak it with you can use things like Himalayan salt. Come on, somebody got to mute. Somebody mute. Come on, mute. All right. So let's see. Where was I? Himalayan salt soak. Somebody's got it. Somebody got to mute. Somebody can mute.
She got it.
Okay. The Himalayan salt also you can use for connective tissue. We use what's called sea buckthorn. That's the one I recommend. Not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent disease, just food for the soul. Got it? Sea buckthorn. That's the omega 3, 6, 7, and 9. That's better than omega. The fish oil. Got it? So if you do that one, sea buckthorn is a plant. It's the highest and only plant that reaches all four. Got it? So that's for connective tissue. Helps you be able to bend your hand and to move it a little bit more flexible. It's always the fatty acids that's the problem when they having trigger fingers, things like that. So Himalayan salt, sea buckthorn, things like that. All right?
Okay.
All right, let's see. Who are we? Who was that was raising their hand? They said,
Was that Laura?
they've been up.
Laura?
Was that Laura?
There she is. Okay,
Laura.
Laura. Unmute, Laura.
Yeah, Dr. Paul.
I see you. You walking around. Where are you? You in Whole Foods now? Where you at?
No. I'm on my way to my car, but I'm gonna get ready to sit down so I can talk to you.
Okay.
My question is, I would just like for you to explain the difference between black seed oil and black seed. What's this other one? Tonic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. The black seed oil is the actual black seed from the actual herb itself. The tonic is a combination of several herbs added to it. So it's sea vegetables added to it all together. So you may have, like there's a ton of stuff in that tonic. That's why I always recommend the tonic, because for seasonal changes like right now, I say you're going to need a little bit more, which is going to be not only the black seed bitter, but you're going to need the kelp is in there. They got one called goldenrod. They got a slew of stuff that's inside of that tonic that was traditionally used for the people during this change of season. So I would recommend that for right now. Okay.
So that's the best one.
Yeah, and also, family, I want to tell y'all better jump on this new North American Herbs and Spice has a gummies. They have a gummies, and it's oregano and black seed bitters all in one, and it's in honey. So it's actually a good formula. I checked it out, and definitely both Pollock Herbs and Vitamin Center and also Wayne Avenue carry it. They're called Gummy O's. And it's not the glycerin kind of gummies. It's the one that breaks down easy. It's food plant-based gummy. Mm-hmm. So that's the one I recommend. Excellent for children. Y'all hear that? Excellent for children. If you have children that are in the school system right now, of course, people sending the children back to school, coming back with stomach viruses. This is one thing to protect them, because they're going to really like it. They're going to like the way it tastes. So what they can do is just take a little bit of that, you take one or two of them, and they think it's candy. And then they don't even know that it's actually protecting their tummies. Right, how about that? Mm-hmm. But always do it after they eat. Y'all hear that? What did I say? You do
after they eat.
After they eat. Never put it on an empty stomach, or that'll make their stomach a little bit upset. So
what did you say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's called Gummy O's.
Gummy O's.
Gummy O's.
What's the North American?
It's black seed bitter and also oregano oil together in a gummy. It's a little small gumdrops. They look like little gumdrops. And I'm going to tell you, they work. So you just give the children just one. That's all you're going to need.
It looks like they're actually called oregano.
Yeah, it's like oregano gummy O's. Yeah, something like that.
There it is. Yeah.
Is it oregano?
It's oregano oil.
Regos. Yeah.
Regos.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I believe this week there is a special.
Thank you, Dr. Paul.
Yes, it is. There is a special this week, 20% off. Well, I feel like I'm advertising over here. Yeah.
Do a little huckstering there.
Yes.
Dr. Paul, you said the brand name was North American what?
Herb and Spice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. And I've been trying it out all week, and it's very good. But never take it on an empty stomach, though. I would suggest you take it, eat some food first, and then take that on top of it. Got it? And that's a quick way for children to protect their tummies. Good way for doing it.
Can you do your advertisement? They interrupted you from doing your advertisement.
They did, didn't they? Yes, I was saying 20% off North American Herb and Spice Oregano's. That's what it's called, oregano gummies, and it's for adults and children. Yes, it is. So 20% off. That's only at Pollock's though. Pollock's is having the special. You can call Wayne Avenue. I don't know if they having a special. I just haven't checked with them on that. But that's a new product coming out of North American Herb and Spice, which is one of the what great company. They're the ones that have their oregano drops and everything. So they're all good. Very good company. Mm-hmm. All right, Big B, we got to get ready to wrap it up, y'all.
Really?
Let's see who else we got. Big B, I'm going to let Big call me. B, I'm going to let you pick two people. Pick two more.
Pick me.
Two more, Big B.
Who's this that pick me? Shakara, how about that?
Oh, yeah. And who else, Bill?
Thank you. I just had
Bill, right?
It's super quick. So what do you do to prevent or to get rid of boils, especially under the armpit?
That's a lymphatic backup. Yep, you're backing up. Number one, stay off aluminum deodorants. Got it? No aluminum deodorants, right?
Right.
Yeah,
This
that
question
means
was for my mom. I was trying to tell her.
yeah. You gotta. The sweat glands are shutting down. That's again. You gotta get it moving.
She doesn't use aluminum. She uses the crystal deodorant, and but definitely, I was also co-signing that she needs to get that lymphatic system moving and exercise.
Yeah. She got to get it moving because this is what happens when you remember that's the sewer system of the body. So it's saying that if you're not moving it, I'm going to send it to the surface of the skin, and then that becomes a boil, a blister, a bump, things like that, eczema, psoriasis. Something trying to evacuate through the skin is always a sign of toxicity issues. So if you see people with bad skin, anything that's on your back or your arms or your side or the back side, down the legs, that's always the lymphatic system trying to detox, trying to push it out of you. The problem is that can cause long-term problems because the body's still saying, if I can't get rid of this, I'm going to dump it in your blood. And then that becomes an autoimmune issue. And that's when we start to see things like the pseudomotor shuts down. And then now you got autoimmune issues. That's the sarcoidosis, fibromyalgia, endometriosis, leukemia, multiple myeloma. All of that stuff builds up because it's basically meaning blood poisoning. It's poisoning your blood. You got it?
So what would you put on, like if you have one, just to treat it?
Sure. Well, any of the herbs that are astringent herbs. I mentioned the one that pushes it out is called chaparral. Chaparral is aggressive though. So I would say make sure her water's right. You gotta get your water right. Okay? You can't take these herbs without some water. You cannot take it without some water, right? Gotta get your water. So what is your water? Half your body weight in ounces. That's your number. Got it? So take your weight, split it in half. That's your number. That's your magic number. Take that magic number, divide that by whatever size the cup is that you're going to use. If it's 12 ounces, divide it by 12. If it's by a bottle of water, that's 16.9, whatever your choice is. Got it? And that tells you how many bottles or how many glasses that you have. So you got to keep this moving. You got to get it moving, family. Just move it. Because I'm going to tell you, people are clotting up like crazy. I mean, when I see them and we get on that arm 3A, it's like, oh my goodness.
It jumps out at you.
It's everywhere. Everybody's clotting up. So why? Because the food is not real anymore. You live on the northern hemisphere. There's nothing here.
Be very careful.
You got it? So you got to get it moving, family. Got to get it moving. Get it moving.
Okay, the last one, Trish up in the corner. Trisha's been there the whole time. Up in the corner.
Trisha?
From Massachusetts.
From Massachusetts. Massachusetts.
Go ahead, Crystal. Go ahead, Crystal.
She there? Maybe she ain't there. Maybe
she on mute.
She ain't Trish. We thought you fell asleep over there. She probably was like.
Trisha, go ahead.
Trisha, go ahead. Oh, her phone's messing up. Is it messing up? No, you're open. Your mic is.
Oh my.
Okay, Trisha, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you. Okay, well.
Who is that coughing?
Can you take one question?
Margaret.
Okay, Go ahead, Margaret. Go ahead, Margaret.
Thank you so much. I have a quick question. Two quick questions. I'll give you the easy question first. I've been trying to find a coral calcium brand that's really good. That's just coral calcium. Do you have a recommendation?
There's one called Wayne Avenue has one, the powder one. I think it's by a company called Kal. K-A-L, I believe it is. I have one upstairs.
K-A-L?
Yeah, I don't have it down here.
Okay. I can call Wayne's store.
Yeah, just ask for Wayne Avenue. The main thing, if you get it in powder, is make sure it comes from Okinawa. That's the one, Okinawa.
Okay, I found one, but I'm not. It's got more than just. It's more than just. I don't know if you guys can see this. it's got way more than just the coral calcium. It's
Yeah,
got,
see, I ain't with the count. I'm not with the complexes, and I believe that weakens it. I don't know what that was.
yeah, so
There was a great company called Tropical Oasis that was back in the day, and I mean, I've been taking coral calcium for a long time, and they had a liquid coral calcium that was absolutely the best thing I had ever experienced.
Wow.
And I'm talking about when you really want to build your bone density and structure and strength in the body, that is coral calcium. Coral calcium will do some amazing things. Add it to your green drink, and it actually helps with the building blocks. So, Okinawa, no complexes though, because they usually tend to add like magnesium. What are they putting in there? Do you see what is some of the
it just says so many
too
minerals.
much.
It's
Too
ridiculous.
much. Yes, too much. You don't remember. It's autonomous. It don't need anybody's help. It don't need no help. When they
It
capture
says-
this stuff from Okinawa around the island, that's the only verifiable history lesson where the doctors they had a thing called the Great Exodus, where all the doctors left the island. They said, "There's nobody sick here, Big B. We got to get out of here. We can't make no money." And literally the entire family was working out in the fields. 3 generations working out in the field.
Wow.
Nobody sick. Got it?
I'm going to call them tomorrow, but thank you. Yeah, it says 73 other minerals. It does have the GMO on it, but I was like, and I was really looking on Amazon.
Now, when you look at the ingredients now, what's the brand on that? Let me look at that real quick, because that may be something of importance there.
It's EcoSafe Coral Eco Pure Powder. I found it on Amazon.
EcoSafe. It's called EcoSafe. SAFE.
Yes.
EcoSafe. Say it for me one more time. EcoSafe.
Coral Eco Pure Powder.
Okay.
And above that it says EcoSafe. So.
Okay, got it. I see it now. Coral comp. Is it say complex anywhere on there?
No, it doesn't say complex. It just says Coral Eco Pure Powder, alkaline and pH balance, essential bone strength.
EcoSafe coral calcium.
Yes. It says bioavailable coral calcium, 350 milligrams.
And what else does it say?
Let's see. I'm trying to get to the ingredients.
Because the only EcoSafe coral, I'm looking at an Eco Coral Complex.
Yeah, I saw that one too. I definitely skipped over that.
So you don't have that one. Okay, good. So did you get this from the vitamin shop?
Actually, I got it from Amazon. I ordered it from Amazon.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a... So when it says ingredients, what does it say?
All right, so it says 73 minerals, including, oh my gosh, I don't have my glasses. BOROA. I don't know how to pronounce that. Bora, chromium, copper, iodine.
Did you say bora or boron?
Boron, BORON.
Boron. Remember boron? Remember we did a whole thing on boron, y'all? Boron is the connective thing that makes vitamin D work. Don't take vitamin D without taking boron. You want to jumpstart your vitamin D, y'all? Add some boron to it. That's going to make it, that's the synthesizer, sort of makes it work and more effectively in the system. If you're allowed to absorb it, make sure you got that boron. Yeah, good stuff.
So chromium, copper, iodine, iron, lithium, magnesium, manganese.
Yeah, see, what you're saying is not a bad thing. Okay. If it occurs naturally. If they added it, there's a problem. And it sounds like it's occurring naturally, because that's the same thing that's in coral calcium. It happens naturally. See, natural coral calcium, when they harvest it around the island of Okinawa, it's going to have all of those in there. But if it is not natural occurring and it's something they're adding to, or fortified, look for the keywords fortified, that means they're adding it to.
Okay.
That's why when they see vitamin D, you ever see they say milk, vitamin D fortified?
Yeah, fortified, yes, uh-huh.
Yeah. See, that means it didn't have it normally. They added the vitamin D from it. You got it?
It says made in the USA, so I don't know if that's good or not.
Oh my!
That's a big X right there.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that one. Go get the one that I recommend. It's by Cal. Yeah.
Great.
That's
Now
yeah.
I'm sorry. My last question is for someone who's on here but has difficulty getting on to their mic or whatever. So I'm going to ask this question for them. They're having issues with their mouth, with issues with their teeth and gums, and they asked me about this product. And I'm like, I didn't think it was a great product, but I thought it would be best to run it by you. Can you see that?
Dentitox Pro?
Yeah. You ever heard of it?
It's all what's in it. It's all based on what's in it.
All right. What's in it? Let me get to the top. Some doctor came up with it.
Yeah,
Dr. Mark Hall created this, and he's claiming there's like these natural ingredients in it, but he mentions amazing vitamins and plants such as vitamin A, C, D3, and K2, phosphorus, potassium, zinc, micro encapsulated calcium. What I was concerned about was the xylitol, which is XYLITOL.
Yeah, that's not good for someone who's on diabetic. Yeah.
Collagen.
Well, collagen, we know where that comes from. So that's added too. That's added
MSM, and spearmint and peppermint.
Yeah, some of those seems like it may be a good brand. I don't know. It's all based on what the person is needing to get as results. So you can put all that together. What is the person trying to, why are they taking it? That would be my question.
I wish she would be able to unmic herself so she could talk. She's asked me to ask the questions. So.
Yeah, see, we don't go for brands. We go back to nature. Let's try to stay close to nature, y'all. Don't let someone denature you by taking you away from nature. See, the farther you get away with products and brands, and when they don't keep it natural, meaning as close to real as possible with no tearing down, no processing, no heat, things like that. That's what you want to look for. Not saying that's not a bad brand, because if it's liquid, that's probably very bioavailable, so it goes right to the system. You don't have to work to get it. So I would have to evaluate the whole situation for them based on what they're going through. And
I'm sure she can give your office a call if she has any questions.
And I'm sure that there's always better solutions to the problem. Stay natural as possible to the plant, as close to the plant as possible, is what I recommend.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Paul.
All right, Miss Margaret. Big B.
Yeah, buddy.
Is it about the time to go?
We've hit it
You've
on the head.
been throwing that finger around for the last about half hour. And I think Prophetess gave up on us. She didn't left.
Prophet bounced a long time. I can't take it. I can't take it no more. I'm out of here.
You're going to be out here all night.
Boy. But anyway, I'll say this. She went back and got a lot of the old stuff that we were looking for and put it in. So guys,
yes. Thanks out. Just give a shout out to Prophetess. Thank you, Prophetess.
Always.
Appreciate
she makes it very important for us to get this information.
Yes.
Indeed.
And she's always spot on, man.
Yes,
absolutely.
Indeed. Always. And by saying that, let me just remind everybody, Dr. Paul, in order to get a copy of tonight's check, make sure you send an email to mechavideo@gmail.com. Again, that's mechavideo@gmail.com. I've got that in the chat. And to continue to support us right here on the Family Tree, make sure you use Dr. Paul's Cash App, and that's just what? $ Dr. Paul Hop. Okay, that's $ Dr. Paul Hop. Or you can send it by utilizing your Zelle account. Send that to mechavideo@comcast.net. Again, that's mechavideo@comcast.net. Or to the P.O. Box, which is 191 Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Hey guys, make sure you bring everybody to the tree each and every week so we can do what? Speak like we do.
Yes, and I just want to also say to those that are here for the very first time, and just clarifying, this is always a free platform.
Yes.
The donations are for the purpose of keeping it going.
Yes.
And everything and anything is much appreciated because we use it for the purposes of Bill actually being able to do all the editing and the time that he uses, because he has to put it on all the different platforms, edit it down, make sure that you all get your notes and everything. So we just give a big old shout out, hand out to Big Old B over there.
That's
Big
what's
B!
I enjoy it.
All right, thank you so much, brother. We really appreciate you. So definitely, if you have that, that's where all donations go directly to them for that development of that. Okay, so nothing goes to Dr. Paul at all. That goes directly over to Big B over there. And we do appreciate you, brother. We really appreciate you, man.
And I beat him up, guys, to make sure he gets to me.
Yes, he beats me up. He beats me up. So it's time to go to bed.
First thing in the morning.
Don't you lay down, boy. You better give me that smile. I'm like, okay, I forgot. I'm sorry. But Big B, thank you so much again for family. Great questions tonight.
Yes,
I'm only going to charge you with one thing, and that charging that I'm going to charge you with is the truth. You got to go tell somebody. Got it? So that everything you learned today, you can use today. You don't have to wait on it. Go and put that and make it active and put it to work tomorrow. Put it to work right now. Call somebody and say, guess what you missed?
I know that's right. I know
Tell them.
that's right.
Say, you missed it. Yes.
Yes.
Because that's what we want to do. We want to educate, and then when you educate, you uplift, right? So each one teach one, right?
That's right. That's
All right,
That's
family. So I want to thank you for chiming in to the family tree and all y'all. Boy, y'all showed up tonight, boy. We had a full house tonight.
That's
So
right.
I thank and pray that everyone is doing well. Keep your immune system strong. Stay on point, on task, and remember, if you're breathing,
you're gonna
get a shot. All right, tap it out, y'all. Tap it out. Tap it out.
Good night, little boy.
Good night, Big Bill. All right. All right. All right.
Tap it out. Tap it out. Tap it out. Yeah.
And thank also to Prophetess and all the questions that everyone had. Y'all had some great ones today.
Okay.
I want to thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tap it out, tap it out, tap it out. Right on the head.
Yeah.
That's right. Release that tension. Release that tension. Breathe. Blow it out. Got it? Good, good, good. Top sides of the head right here. All right. Good, good. Come on down to the chin. Good, good, good. Uh-huh. Good. Come on down here to the chest right here. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. That's right there. It's the kidneys right there. Did you know the kidneys is right here? That's your pressure point right there. That's right. Right here in the middle of the chest. That's the thymus right there. That's one for anyone dealing with cancer. That's what releases right there, right there. Cancer, right there.
Paul, God bless you.
God bless you now. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Appreciate you. And then, of course, tap the left and the right side. What's on your right side? You got what?
I'm from Africa.
What's on your right side? Tap, tap, tap.
Appreciate you.
You got your what? Your liver and what else?
Kidneys.
No, your kidneys in your back.
Adrenaline.
The gallbladder, right? Got it?
Gallbladder.
On the left side, your other left. The other left side.
Spleen.
Spleen and what? In the pancreas. Right, right. Got it? Good. Yes.
Yeah, I was done. I was on my phone. Hey, Dr. Paul.
Throw it out. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. In and breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Push it forward. Breathe out. Come all the way up to the top. Come on down. God bless y'all, and may God keep y'all. And thank you for tuning in to the Family Tree.
And Brother Bill, what is this music?
What is? You have to ask Dr. B. He's playing it over there.
Yeah,
on the
you
other
can work
side.
out on this too.
He's
That
doing
lip
the
goes
market. Doing the market.
I love it.
All right. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Thank you. God bless everybody.
You okay, Dr. Paul? You okay?
I'm all right. I'm all right now. Because you said I'm all right. I'm all right now. I can go to sleep now. God bless you.
Good night, Cricket. Good night,
You know what? That reminds me when people say something like, you know what? I don't care what they say about you. You all right. You're like, what they say about me? Go ahead. That's all right. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Hate to cut the music because y'all jamming, boy.
I love it.
Go, Bill. Go, Bill.
All right.
Hey, hey.
And thanks to Big B over there. Big B, I see you, man.